so that there looks like dog poop. There's a piece there. My workmate threw a piece in here. That's the black thing in the middle. There's another one laying around here somewhere, so I don't want to step too far. Alright guys, Papa Pepper back once again. Not at home at the moment. I'm actually going to spend the night in a hotel for work. But we've already been through 3 hotel rooms this evening. And it's turned out to be quite an interesting night. So I figured I'd share a little bit about it just because, you know, you can't make some of this stuff up. Now today started off pretty normal. At least normal for me. Alright guys, Papa Pepper back once again at the Abundant Harvest Homestead. We've been rolling in the animals lately, and it's hard for me almost to come out at night right now and not see an opossum around here somewhere. So this is a larger male, this one's a younger male. I don't know, it could be his daddy, I don't know. But I have never, whoa buddy. Oh, he's got those sharp teeth so close to my arm. I've never in my entire life held 2 opossums at once, so this is definitely a rare situation, but I'm getting kind of sketched out right now, and I'm thinking, oh buddy, it's okay. Ooh, I felt his teeth just happen to touch me there. We're going to let these guys go before I get bit or something. You're okay, buddy. Why don't you rest on my arm? There you go. Wow, I've never done this in my life, and I wouldn't recommend doing it. And then to be finding things like this rough green snake, you know, in February. This is part of the reason I love living down here. We had a very similar snake, the smooth green snake, back in Wisconsin, but it was a little stouter, not quite as slender as long. Similar coloration, but it was a more terrestrial snake. It stayed on the land, where this one is more of a, it'll be on the ground, but it'll also head up into the trees. It's pretty cold right now for this guy. But on the warm days, as it starts to heat up, we get a lot of sun. It's a time when they come out, and we've had these on our property since before we got it. We're happy to see that despite us doing some things to the property to make it work better for us, that it still works well for creatures like this, and that's important to us. And then this here, Pinky Pepper and I found when we went down to a local pond. We found as many as probably like 40 in a night. This is a central newt. You can see it's got that big old paddle tail right now. Its back feet are definitely enlarged, and they got like extra grippy stuff on their toes for breeding. A central newt is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna stick it here in our little garden pond just to try to get some underwater footage of it quick. But I love seeing these. It took me, I think, almost 30 years to even find my first one in Wisconsin, and that was the little eft, the little terrestrial adolescent, so that was really cool to see. So I was able to have a little bit of, new experience. Never held two opossums at the same time before. Wanted to just peek at that snake again before the kids released it, because we didn't let it go the other day. Wanted to make sure it was okay, it was still doing good. Tell the kids, release it, make sure it's on the property, but not by the chickens, or that rough green snake will get eaten by the chickens. And then also just wanted to peek at that newt, and then we'll drop it back in the pond that it was in. Just wanted to try to get some underwater footage of it and maybe share a little bit about it. I should make a Wild Man's Wild Friends educational video about the central newt too, because I've never done that yet. So we'll do that. But then anyway, travel quite some distance for work today. Wind up in Hot Springs, Arkansas. This is actually a place, the specific hotel that we've been at least 2 other times for work. In fact, both of the ladies working tonight each thought that they had checked us in once. I definitely recognized one of the ladies. So, you might be wondering, like, really? 3 hotel rooms one night? Well, I'll show you this first of all. 188, if it'll show, is where we are now. 192 was the second room. 194 was the first room. And here's the problem, now we'd already checked in. We were talking to the ladies. They were missing like their 2019 little award they got. They had a big long line of awards for every year. So what happened in 2019, And they're like, oh, well, I'm sure we got it. Maybe it's just early in the year. So nobody, received it yet. And I said, yeah. And I said, or maybe somebody took it. I said, yeah, it could have been an ostrich. They like shiny stuff. And, let's make a little joke, but it's educational too. And they're like, oh yeah, that's right. Ostriches like that stuff. And they were laughing a bit. And they're like, is it true? I'm like, as far as I know, and I used to have a lot of facial jewelry. I took that all out when I went to an ostrich farm. So anyway, wound up room 194. Nobody's in there right now. Periodically, in the course of life, people participate in something that I kind of refer to as sitting down in the small room, if you can read between the lines. I sat down in the small room, nothing too impressive, but somehow the toilet clogged and would not stop overflowing. Like, it was instant, just overflowing. So I actually shut off the water valve to the toilet to stop it from flowing. And just so I don't leave anyone hanging and have information people may need one day and don't pass it on, check this out. If you have a toilet that's overflowing and you cannot stop the water by jiggling the handle, go down here and just screw it all the way tight. When you do that, it cuts off the water supply to the toilet, and whatever the problem is here will stop. So look for the shutoff valve. That can be a lifesaver. I had to actually walk up to the thing and say, hey, we got a problem. I flooded your bathroom. And she's like, well, what do you want? Do you want a plunger? You want a new room? I said, hey, let's start with the plunger. I'll clean up my mess. We'll go from there. And cleaned everything up. 194. Came back and said, yeah, we're going to need a new room. It reached the carpet. It's going to need to be cleaned. If we try using the restroom in the middle of the night, we're going to get wet socks. So the lady moved us down to 192. Room number 2. And it's interesting, I just called it room number 2 again for this reason. So that there looks like dog poop. There's a piece there. My workmate threw a piece in here. That's the black thing in the middle. There's another one laying around here somewhere, so I don't want to step too far. But this is room number 2. Huh, that's funny. Poop number 2. Yeah, room number 2, for real. So we're gonna move to a different room. Yeah, so there we go. You get inside room number 2, and there's actually dog poop apparently on the floor. And my workmate called the ladies at the front desk and said, hey, we've got this issue here. And you can hear them go, are you serious? Yeah, you're serious, aren't you? So then they came down and hooked us up with room 188 because somebody's in 190. So we've been in 192, 194, 188 tonight. And we're trying to make sure everything goes well, because you don't want problems all life. So anyway, kind of embarrassing, kind of humbling. It's not every day of your life you wind up in 3 different hotel rooms in one day, especially like when you're not renting out a block of them or all sorts of people partying in them. So yeah, that happened. Anyway, looking forward to being back home, maybe by the time this video is posted. Got some other better, more reasonable videos coming up for people in the future, but just a rare opportunity, a rare experience. I figured I'd share that. And yeah, anyway, hopefully nothing happens in this video, so, or in this room, in this third room. So all right, I'll see you guys next time. Papa out.